And the third way to fail would be don't take action towards discovering and pursuing your purpose, the things that fulfill you, the unique abilities you have, the strengths that you have to express, the things that you have to offer, not only for yourself, but also for others.
Yeah. And again, for me, this, now that I know about purpose, this definitely would have killed me even a year earlier. If we looked at this before we died, I would have died quicker, not being who I truly am, and at least going on that journey, as I know you would as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's, and especially as I discover more and more about the things that I feel like I have to offer, that are my strengths, that I enjoy doing, I'm just more and more thankful for having worked hard to be in a position where I can really express those more fully every day. It's just, it's such an awesome thing to experience. And so, just to tie this back to internet business, because I know we said, how to fail in internet business. I mean, everything, yes, we're here, Internet Business Mastery, we're teaching internet business, but ultimately, we're trying to show this path, this way that has brought us a lot of happiness, brings us increased happiness every day, a place where we pursue more happiness every day and offer that to others to benefit from as well. Starting with freedom, how to build a business that fits your lifestyle that you want, to live wherever you want, to make as much money as you want, to choose the customers you want to work with, to make it through recessions that enslave people. I mean, we heard this crazy statistic recently. I mean, think about, a couple years ago when everything just started hitting and people started losing houses and banks are having trouble, everyone stuck to employment for security, but those are some of the employees that were suffering the most. We heard a crazy statistic that most people who lost their houses were maybe $300 a month away from actually being able to keep their house. And to me, that's just crazy because, now as an entrepreneur, feeling empowered with these skills, if all of a sudden today I needed $300 more a month, I feel like I could create that within this week. Like it would be there. For
sure.
And so it's like, what in the end is actually freedom? Having, leasing all my time away to somebody so I have no options to do anything else with my time, or going out and learning the skills and putting myself in a place so that I can instantly create, that bit of money that may be the difference between losing my house or not. I mean, it's about the power to create options is what it is.
Yeah, now honestly, the way we would do that, just so it clicks in your mind, is we could instantly go, what's something we could offer our people that would give them incredible value for X amount of price? It could be anything from a specific course to even a coaching call. I mean, all of that is available to you when you have a list of people that want your assistance on something.
So the next thing would be then to tie it to relationships. I mean, we've already mentioned it, internet business, because of freedom of time, you can spend more time with family if you want. You can spend more time with friends if you want. You can spend more time out connecting in whatever way that you find meaningful to you. And you have more money to help those who are around you. I mean, if there's causes and people, family members, friends, whoever, that, you've got the means and resources to help those people and spread the benefit around. And then finally, there's the purpose. And that's why very clearly, in our tagline, we say, turn your life's passion into a profitable internet business. Find out who that is that you are, what it is you want to bring, and let's make that profitable for you. So not only can you express yourself fully for happiness, but you can make plenty of money doing it too. And this is such a brilliant channel for doing that. And so that's how those three failures tie right back into internet business as a way to actually avoid having those three regrets or three failures at the end of your life. And this is why in the Academy, we not only teach the step-by-step mechanics of online business, but it's also full of, we outline what is needed, have you outline what is needed for happiness in your life. What is the purpose you want to pursue? What are the fulfillment factors you have? What's your definite major purpose? And so that your business becomes a means for success and happiness and really becoming fully who you want to be at the end of your life. So, business and success mean very little if you don't achieve happiness, I think, at the end. As we, at first it was about freedom, but then we started realizing, like, look, if I'm not happy at the end of my life, then what purpose was that for? And that's why, we talked about the secret sauce earlier. this is for us what we have found to be the secret sauce. If we ever feel like we're floundering ourselves, or when we ever see a coaching client or a student maybe floundering and struggling, somewhere at the base, it comes back to one of these things that, and either not taking action or not taking the right kinds of action that are congruous with the kind of freedom you want, the kind of relationships you want, the purpose that you want, the goals that you've set for yourself.
Absolutely. Very much agree. Now, we definitely want you to take some action. So here's some things we want you to ask yourself. So first, imagine yourself 1 year from the end of your life and ask these 3 questions. What kind of freedom are you enjoying? What kind of relationships are you enjoying? And what purpose have you fulfilled? So, those are things to think of. And then, how you can make that happen is, the purpose of those questions.
I mean, it's like laying out a roadmap. We're saying, what's the destination? So imagine yourself there. What does it look like? And this is called, I think some people call it future pacing or whatever, but you're not going to hop in a car and say, hey, we're going on a road trip somewhere cool, and you don't have a map and so it's like, okay, this is, and then we can start moving it backwards. And we've talked about backwards planning before, and it's like, okay, well, what comes right before that kind of freedom and those kinds of relationships? And that's actually what we want to talk about next time is, okay, where does this all begin? I don't want to have, any of those failures at the end of my life. I don't want to have to, I do want increased success and happiness. Where does it start right now? And there is one very critical step. Again, another key ingredient to this whole quote unquote secret sauce that people are always wondering where it is and what it's about. And so that's what we're going to go into in the next episode.
It's time for the Internet Business Quick Tip.
All right, we're going to jump right to the quick tip. No announcements today because we had a long episode there. A lot of stuff we really wanted to talk about, very important stuff. So this is related to something we've mentioned recently as a quick tip, and that is the Strengths Finder book, Strengths Finder. And it's a book you can get on Amazon for about $13. You go take an assessment, and it's very, very insightful. I mean, we just talked about purpose. If you want to know a great tool that you can go and discover more about your purpose today, Strengths Finder will be incredibly helpful in doing that. But actually today's quick tip, this episode's quick tip, is another book that's related to the same research and the same strengths-based way of thinking. And it's written by a guy by the name of Marcus Buckingham. The book is called Go Put Your Strengths to Work. So if Strengths Finder is the way to, find your strengths and get some insight into what they are, Go Put Your Strengths to Work is, okay, how do we now make sure that we start getting our life more and more in sync with expressing those strengths and doing those things that we're good at and that fulfill us most. And the cool thing is it's a very it's a method, it's a methodology. It has, I believe, like 6 steps. And, I'm actually I haven't quite finished it, but, I'm just eating it up so much. I wanted to definitely mention it in this episode since it relates to what we've mentioned recently. And it's 6 steps he walks you through of making sure, getting some of the mindset stuff out of the way. And then, okay, how do we, in practical terms, figure out how to make our life so we're spending more of our time on our strengths and less of it doing the things that drain us. So anyway, check that out. It's called Go Put Your Strengths to Work by Marcus Buckingham. And if you haven't already, also check out Strengths Finder, the Clifton Strengths Finder 2.0. Both are available on, Amazon or your local bookseller.
Yeah, you're probably going to want to get Strength Finder 2.0 first.
Yeah.
Since the other one is about how to use it, so. Now, if you'd like dozens of other resources such as this one, you can find them in the Internet Business Mastery Academy, along with video tutorials showing you exactly how we use them. To get a 30-day no-risk trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy, visit freeaudiogift.com. That's it for this episode of Internet Business Mastery. Until next time, we wish you ultimate success in your internet business.
You've been listening to the iconoclasts of the 9 to 5 and the purveyors of freedom and fulfillment, Sterling and Jay. Sterling and Jay invite you to discover one of their most popular audio programs ever. The 3 Pillars of Designing Your Ultimate Internet Lifestyle. Visit freeaudiogift.com now and sign up for the free weekly Internet Business Mastery email newsletter. And you'll get instant access to this life-changing audio presentation, pulled directly from the content of the acclaimed Internet Business Mastery Academy membership community. Go now to freeaudiogift.com. Internet Business Mastery. Free your mind.